Hello, my freshman classes. This is the start of week 6 of this crazy, crazy year. I'm going to go over what we're learning this week. And before I really get into the nitty gritty, I want to encourage you guys to continue your wonderful work on your blogs. From what I've read so far, you guys have some really interesting things to share. And so this week, we're going to be focusing on polishing our blogs. By the end of this week, by Monday, I want to see that everyone has a website created and they have their first blog post up. So we have a lot of work ahead of us, but I'm here to help you every step of the way. So stay tuned. I'm about to go through our module work that we'll be doing this week, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so here's the home page, of course. Remember, if you do want to send in any work that's late, just click this Late Works form button down here. That's brand new. That'll take you to my late work policy page and to a copy of the late work form. Now, if you go to modules, you'll see that there are a few new things opened up. Of course, if you're going to continue work on your special interest blogs, you can go ahead and look at the special interest blog. I'll make this bigger for you. The special interest blog module, there I have my instructions right there for you to read. And we've already started our work on the second module. And so now we're going to continue pushing forward into the second lesson of the second module. And we should start right here. And so this is a really fun activity. This is a quick write. And so what you'll do is you'll turn this in by typing in the text box that should open up for you at the bottom. Of course, my page looks a little different from yours because I am a teacher, but there should be like a submit assignment up here at the top that you click, and a text box will open at the bottom. And what you're going to do is you're going to use this image and this description to finish this story about what's happening at this really creepy Victorian style house. All right, and so the description that accompanies this image: the oldest residents of the abandoned house were the spiders. It had been 3 decades since a footstep had echoed within those walls, since the dust had been disturbed and the ghosts awoken. And so what you're going to do is you're going to finish this story for me here. And I want you guys to try your very best. I mean, we're a few days away from October. This is going to be due in October. So really, guys, practice your very spooky, very, Halloween-centered creative writing here with this one. I'm very excited to see what you guys do. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Okay, now if you go to the next page, you'll see a short presentation that talks about the parts of a story. Now, within our Zoom meetings, I am going to go in depth into the parts of the story. Okay, we'll talk about settings, we'll talk about rising action. If I get really excited, I'll talk a little bit about, heroes and storytelling, and just some common themes that we see in regular stories. And so if you go through the slides, I believe there's a video in here that you can watch. Yeah, so what you'll do is you'll watch this Pixar short for the birds. And then what you'll do is you'll click on each element of the plot to see how the short follows the plot structure. And so that's really cool. That's something that we can do together, though. So don't stress out if you're not quite sure how to read a plot chart. It's going to be really fun, and I think it's going to be pretty easy, too. And so down here, if you're wondering how to apply plot, the plot triangle to stories, they give an example here with The Lion King, and they kind of just walk through the plot of the Lion King here, and it tells you the beginning. We have the exposition, the setting, we have the rising action and our conflict, and we have our climax, which is the most exciting part of the story. It's the fight to the death, and then we have our falling action and our resolution where everything falls into place. So I will definitely be talking about that in our Zoom calls, so make sure you show up. All right, and up next, if you go to the next page. My computer's suddenly being very slow. Okay, so if you go to our next page, you'll see another presentation here that discuss the reading that you're about to do on the next slide. And so if you flip through the pages here, it gives you some tips on pre-reading the text, because this is going to be a longer text. And this text is going to be a little different than what we're used to. This is a first-person narrative from a wonderful book called The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie. And this is a good one. I really love how this author, he has a very unique style and a very unique voice that comes through his writing. And he's really easy to listen to, and I personally love it when authors like to break rules of English. And so this guy likes to break some of those rules that, other English teachers might get upset about. But I think he does a beautiful job of it. It's a real art. So what you're going to do is you're going to ask yourself, how does the main character, Junior, respond to conflict? That is the question that you're going to put up at the Purpose for Reading box, and that is the question you will be asking yourself as you read this by yourself. Remember to annotate the text, so you want to tag, you want to use the comment feature and question the text and add commentary to it, and you also want to highlight or underline those main ideas. And if you're not quite sure what to do, this video will go over it for you. And so remember, how does the main character Junior respond to conflict? You'll read it, and when you get to the bottom of the assignment, let me just open this up in a separate window here for you. You do have a few activities to do at the bottom. And so you'll read the text, and it's really good. I think you guys are going to like it. And then down here at the bottom, it has a plot chart, just like what we learned in the last few slides. And so what you'll do is you'll tell me what the setting, what the exposition is. You'll tell me what the rising action is, what the conflict is. You'll tell me what the climax of the story is, what the falling action, what are those last few scenes, those last few events that help everything settle down into place in the resolution. And what you'll do is in these text boxes, you'll answer that for me. And you will tell me the plot of the short story. Down here, you're going to do a short summary chart, and so you'll tell me who's the character, what did the character want, what was the problem, how did the character solve the problem, and what was the resolution to the story, and you'll answer all of those questions in these boxes. And all I need is 3 sentences from you to summarize the story. In just your 3 best sentences, tell me what happened as if I've never read the story before. And then the final box, you're just going to answer your purpose question that you put up at the top. The question to that, remember, is what is the main character Junior, or how does the main character Junior respond to conflict? And I think that's it. I think that's the last. There might be a discussion at the end here. Yep. And then you'll wrap up your work this week with the discussion, and the prompt is, do you agree or disagree with a quote in the image, explain why, and provide examples to support your response. So if you go down here, you'll see this picture of a mountain climber, and this looks pretty cheesy. This looks like something that would be in the walls of my dentist's office. Challenges are what make life interesting, and overcoming them is what makes life meaningful. And so you're going to agree or disagree with the quote, and you're going to respond to it in a discussion. And remember, no discussion activity is complete without you also commenting onto others. And so there are a few sentence frames down here for you if you would like. Those can help you in that process when you are responding to others. But yeah, that's pretty much all we have going on this week. Of course, if you guys need any help, need any support, that's what I'm here for. I'd love to give it to you. And thanks for watching, and have a good week. Bye.